Hello everybody and welcome back to Europa, where we just finished taking over some Castilian territory over here. It wasn't a lot, but it's going to be fairly expensive to core, which is unfortunate. I didn't exactly expect it to be this expensive to core 4 provinces, so that's going to be mildly painful, for sure. We only have a +1 advisor here right now. We cannot promote him because he's not one of our promoted cultures. He is Aztec. We could fire him and bring in somebody like Kayum Kennek here or something, or national tax modifier might be interesting. Let's see, how much are we getting from taxes? So this would cut in about, what, half into our cost here? A little under half. I kind of feel like that might be worthwhile, but production efficiency is really good. Like, the production efficiency is better. So we might be better off actually promoting Aztec as a culture and upgrading this current guy. I'm going to do it. So we're going to promote Aztec to an accepted culture, and now we could promote this advisor. So that'll increase his salary, but I'm okay with that. So that's going to cost us 111 gold. We don't have enough to promote him again, but at least we get him up to +2, so that's going to increase our admin power. It's not going to increase our production efficiency. He's going to be approximately paying for himself at +2. So that's understood. We do have this military technology that we could grab at any time. We could choose to grab that right now. I'm instead going to roll a leader down here. I want to get these guys drilling. That's a terrible leader. I would definitely like to get our corruption down. No doubt about that. But I want to put this money into our economy, as we have been. We really do need to be enhancing our economy here. So let's get an additional workshop going. That'll be fine. Oh, one more thing before we have a month tick. I want to hop in here and turn down our fleet maintenance, because our fleet maintenance is maxed. That automatically maxed itself when we declared this war, and I should have turned it down then. So here's that estate agenda, giving us a skill 3 Inquisitor. Missionary strength +2. The advisor's 50% cheaper. I forgot about this guy. Okay, so we could potentially employ him. He would be in admin here, right? Yeah, it'd be this guy. 8.39 monthly. So he would cost us slightly more than this guy, but it would actually be about 8 ducats a month more than this because we'd lose the production efficiency. I don't think we want to go for him. So for now, I think this is what it is. I don't think there's anything more we want to do there. So that looks good. These guys should be drilling now that they've arrived. Transoxania entered into a golden era. Good for them. And we need to build up a bunch of admin power and also province improvements. So let's take a look at what we've got here. We have 2 great temples that I consider to be worth building. Okay, so we need a little bit of gold to get those built, but we would definitely be delighted to do so. So let's get this one going. That'll be fine. And I want to check in on the status of our estates here. When can we seize land? That is going to be in 2 years. Well, like a year and a half. Okay. We could sell titles. This would be a bad idea right now until after we've seized that land. So, as far as investing in this tech goes, what's our cap for military power? It's quite high. I want to keep banking military power for now. In fact, if we really wanted to, we could get an idea. So it's exactly 770? Okay. So we don't want to get an idea right now. That's for sure. We'll just sit on this power for the moment. So that sounds good. I do want to get this core going, because we want to drop this overextension. Our corruption is currently going down by 0.02 at this moment, and overextension is definitely not helping that. So that's good. I do want to get ourselves an additional great temple going here. So that would be this one. There we go. And we don't have any loans right now, so we don't need to repay any of that, but building manufactories would be phenomenal. Every single one of these I want to get built. So we can convert another province here. We'll do that. Sounds great. Austria is the HRE emperor. Okay, whatever. Naval tradition. Sounds good. And we lost our grand captain. So the question becomes, do we care about losing our grand captain? That's an interesting question. This discipline advisor would actually be pretty decent. So would this morale of armies advisor. I'm going to go with this guy. Is he promotable? He's Portuguese, so yeah, we're going to go with him. 10% morale of armies will be very useful against Europe. So we'll see if they decide to do anything there. And we definitely do not need an advisor in the diplomatic power right now. So we're saving that money and putting that money instead into our economy. That will be absolutely wonderful. 479 gold, we'll have enough for that this month kick. So that sounds good. We're going to get this one built. Excellent. That is very, very, very good. So I do want to get another core going here, but these are quite expensive. Both of these are going to be 109, and then this one's going to be 181. So we're going to need to save up for that, for sure. We're still working on our drill here, but our drill is pretty good across the board. At this point, what we're doing is we're just heavily investing in our economy while Europe is giving us a break, because they'll probably be back. If they aren't, after we get our economy built up, we're definitely going to go after them further. We might attack like Portuguese Peru next. That would be a good area to attack. So we are going to need a core here. We'll get that going ASAP, which is right now. Excellent. That looks wonderful. We're also going to be able to get another manufactory going on this month tick. Portuguese Peru rivaled us. Okay. Yeah, we're probably going to end up going after them fairly soon. But I want to get all of these structures completed, and that will, of course, be wonderful. Portugal was building a spy network. Okay. That's fine for right now. Pilgrimages, huh? 50 admin power? We're going to take the 50 admin power for sure. We absolutely need that 50 admin power. There is no doubt about that. We still need, like, 300 admin power here. We can afford to lose 50 dip power, though. Okay, so that looks good. We can seize land, which we definitely want to do. I'm going to do that right now. Yes, our loyalty is all good. Now I'm going to do a sale of titles, and we're going to sell that land right back. Okay, there we go. So that is absolutely fine for the time being. What that gives us is a bunch of money that we can invest in manufactories. And that is exactly what the goal is here. So we're just going to go down through this and get a bunch of manufactories queued up. Excellent. So we've got a lot left in this list. I think I'll stop building them once they get to around 0.5 ducats per month or so, is what I'm currently thinking. But that's definitely looking good. Now we're at 964 military power at this time. We could think about investing in a quality idea. Infantry combat ability would be really good for us. So this is going to cost us 508 military power. That's pretty expensive. We probably don't want to do that just yet. So I'll hold off on that, but we definitely can get our maritime idea soon. We can get that next month. Okay, sell this. Beautiful. That's a good amount of gold. We'll grab that merchant marine idea for right now. Okay, so next I want to get another conversion going. And then, of course, we're going to invest that gold that we just got from that event into additional manufactories. These are going to be making us large amounts of money. We're going to take the 5 unrest, or rather the 5 prestige here. As far as this goes, 50 more admin power. That is wonderful. So that, of course, allows us to core this one, which we will do. And we can set an agenda here. So what do we want here? So base tax in Akanul. We don't really have the admin power to spare for that. Own a province in the Colombian Amazonas area. Eventually. Corruption less than 10%. I mean, that would be awfully nice. We're going to grab that. I'm not sure we'll get there in time, but we can think about it anyway. So how much are we making right now? I'd like to be making maybe around 50 ducats a month and put the rest into rooting out of corruption. And then we'll just invest our 50 ducats a month into growing our economy. And then the rest of our economy growth will go into rooting out of corruption, because we would very much like to lose that corruption. So that's okay for now. Our inflation is nearly gone at this point. That is a very, very good sign. Corrupt generals? Yeah. I mean, that's part of our corruption. We're working on it. It is slowly going to go away. So that sounds good. We can get another manufactory, but I want to check in here to see if there's been any developments. Probably not until some of these manufactories finish. So let's get a manufactory going. Cool. Portugal. Okay, this is now Portugal. I feel like we need to change over to them and change their name. I don't know if you can do that in Europa. It'd be funny too. So I don't know how to change your nation's name in Europa. It might require a mod, actually, now that I think about it. But it would be funny to rename them to Portugal. But we're going to call them Portugal for now. That'll be fine. They were expelled and their spy network was reduced to 50. So that is definitely good for us. We'll see if they want to actually do anything. There's a core finishing. That is going to be a big deal for us in dropping our overextension. So that's going to help our corruption significantly. And of course, we need 109 admin power to get this core made. Lose a stability or 10 legitimacy. We're going to take the legitimacy hit there. That'll be okay. So we're at 1074 military power right now. We can gain 60, and we're going to do that. So this is 769 military power. That is going to give us combat width. So plus 2 combat width means that we are going to want to get 4 units per army here. I believe. Yes, that'll bring us up to 38, right? Yes. So that would mean we've currently got 6 armies. So 6 times 4 is, of course, 24. So if we were to do that, we would need to be able to expand our army by 24. We can currently expand it by 5. So there's that. As we work on coring up here, it should get a little bit better, but I'm not actually expecting it to get significantly better. We'll just hold off on that Miltech for now. There's no reason to grab it right now. The cost is reducing due to our corruption reduction, as well as there's the possibility that we get Enlightenment before then. We'll see if that actually happens. It's not spreading very quickly in our territory because we don't have universities, and that's understood. I don't actually care that much about building universities right now. So that's all fine for the moment. Now we're at 63.84. We can definitely ramp up our rooting out of corruption to be about here. So that looks good, and that's going to continue to improve as we get these plantations done. We should be able to get another manufactory going on this month tick, which we will definitely do. There we go. So we have a lot of economic investment that we've done over the last little while. We are in a much, much stronger position economically. And because we're in a stronger economical position, that also means we're in a stronger military position. And that's wonderful. We've been focusing entirely inward, and that has definitely paid off for us. I mean, we did have a little bit of expansion up over here, I suppose, but this has paid off tremendously well for us. So that's good. I want to check in on these workshops in specific here. Some of these might be worth building. This one is. Okay. Where is this? Kado, huh? Where are you? Up over here. I mean, that's not necessarily shocking. The unrest here is only 2, though. And 1.4 of that is overextension. I don't think this is actually going to be a problem. We're about to finish this core, which is going to get rid of a chunk of that overextension. Lose 1,000 ducats. Well, that's gross. We're going to have to lose our trade efficiency and the tax modifier. That's not ideal, but we'll see what that brings us down to. 46.88. Okay, we're going to take 10 admin power here, and we're going to need to cut our rooting out of corruption to about here to match our new balance. So that's fine. Our inflation is going to be completely gone in a couple of months here. Okay, let's put this about here. Cool. So that looks fine for now. We're still making about 50 ducats per month. And this rooting out of corruption is definitely going reasonably well. Now, I do want to get this admin power brought up. That's a long ways out. Keep in mind, once we grab this military tech, we're going to get another level of unbalanced research. So we need to get this admin tech up. That'll also give us access to furnaces, but I don't think we have any coal, so that's probably not that big of a deal. We could check if we have any coal. I really, really doubt it. As of right now, we don't. And that's not surprising. We might discover a source of coal when we get there, but for now, we don't know of one. So yeah, that's deeply, deeply, deeply unsurprising. So for the moment, I do want to get another manufactory going. The Ottomans finished their coup. Good for them. And we're going to get this manufactory going as soon as this month kick happens. Beautiful. There we go. So let's check in on how that economy is doing. Definitely improving. We can bring this up, but it's going to go back down again when we start this by 2 ducats per month. That's understood. I'm not too concerned about it. It's fine. Nourish the gods, huh? We're going to say the gods will get no blood from me. Okay, we need to root out slightly less corruption to be making 50 ducats per month. That'll be fine. We're no... Actually, if we were fully rooting out corruption, how much would this be? 22? I'm just looking at the number of plantations that we have in the queue here. So, discounting this workshop, we've got 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So that's going to be roughly 14 ducats per month in income. That will bring us up to 36. It'll be a slowdown of our investment, but we're going to be rooting out corruption much more quickly. So that's maybe okay, especially as we continue to finish up these cores. That was the big core there, so you can see now it's 1.02. Portugal was building a spy network again. Okay. I think this is reasonably fine for the moment. I think I'm comfortable making 23 ducats per month for now. That number will improve, to be clear, so that looks good. Yeah, Portuguese Brazil so discontent. That's not shocking in the slightest. So that is absolutely fine. And this core is going to be done in 1710, about a year. Okay. Yeah, that's really not too bad. So there's a conversion finishing, and we're going to grab this one. This is an expensive conversion, but it's only going to be 15 months. So let's go ahead and do that. So we're rooting out corruption maximally at this time, while still making 23 ducats per month. I think that's pretty decent, all things considered. So it's going to take, like, 20 years to get this corruption gone at this rate. And we'll see if we get left alone long enough. We will go to war in that time. Definitely. But we'll see. We lost our army reformer. Okay. We can go to this guy. He's a little cheaper. He can't be promoted because he is American, but we'll see what that ends up looking like. Yeah, this is a little bit better on the balance. I think I'm okay with it. We're nearing our maximum military power. So at this time, I want to grab Private to Marshal, giving us 10% infantry combat ability. So we're going to grab that. That will mean that we can still grab Covered Way whenever we want. So that sounds good. And we're going to want to continue to grab manufactories here. 100%. These are very valuable. But I want to check in on workshops. Okay, none there yet. Great temples? Yeah, none there either. So it's still manufactories that we're going to be looking for. And this is going to be a couple months away still. At 30 ducats per month? Yeah, it's going to be like 2 months away. So we can get this going basically right away. Portuguese Peru was building a spy network. Okay. Portugal is definitely upset at us, but I feel like we've been left alone long enough where it's going to be tough for them. Let's check in on them real quick, though. So they're Miltech 24. We can grab Miltech 24 immediately. So that is definitely noted. And if we come in here, we can see they have 211k. That is very similar to our number of troops. Now, they have access to all of these down here and these up here, right? They definitely have a number of colonial nations. So that is a potential problem. We'll keep an eye on Portugal. They're currently fighting Songhai, and they're definitely winning that. We don't expect them to lose that. If they get into a war with, like, France or Ottomans or something like that, then I think that we declare on Portuguese Peru at that time. So one thing I want to check in on is, do we have a CB on Portuguese Peru? The answer is we do not. I'm going to start building a spy network down there. I don't intend to immediately spark a war with them, to be clear. Now, we just had a marriage happen. Okay, that seems fine. And the Age of Revolutions has begun. Cool. So, England is the birthplace of the revolution. Well, that's interesting. They're still very angry at us, but we'll see what happens as the revolution proceeds. So that sounds reasonably good for now. We're going to demand that this land be returned. 50% chance of a rebellion, and yeah, that did indeed happen. That's not surprising. Where are they? Way out here. Okay, that's going to be exciting. So we're going to head on over there, and we'll arrive in the eventual times. We do want to get this province conversion going, so that'll be wonderful. Abolitionism in the Ottomans. Okay. Cool. So local autonomy out over here is not surprising, and not the end of the world either. You can see that our base autonomy is 10.4%, so this isn't that big of a deal that we get 10% autonomy out over here. So it's basically bringing it up to the base. As our corruption drops, though, that will significantly improve. And our corruption is dropping fairly quickly now. So that seems good. I'm wondering when we can grab this admin tech, because that would be a really good thing for us to grab. Oh, we're missing these guys right now. Get in here. There you go. And let's get another conversion going. We're almost done with those conversions. Now, where's this rebellion? These guys again, huh? This time, Nabaidaku. Is this converting? Yeah, that's what it is. They're converting. Okay, I'm not too concerned about that one then. They're still at 80%. That's going to fire fairly soon. Let's move these lads up to here. Okay, so Portugal building more spy network. It's not very surprising at all. That seems absolutely a-okay. And this tech here, it would cost us 771 right now. So we haven't embraced Enlightenment. That's 15%. And we would definitely like to do that. It's only embraced in the one province at this moment, which is this one. It is spreading elsewhere, but it's going to be slow going until we get universities built, but we have much bigger priorities than building universities. We just finished a bunch of plantations, though. These guys fired, so that's good. I want to go in and eliminate them. There we go. So we just finished a bunch of plantations, so that means that there's a good possibility of workshops being good. No, they must have been built where we already had workshops. Okay. That's fine. We can bank that money and put it into additional manufactories. Getting our economy even stronger is of vital importance. Now, once we get our corruption paid down, that's going to be insane. Oh, we just finished a mission, apparently. What mission is that? Wealth of Cacao. So we're getting the cocoa bean exchange, giving us -1 national unrest and 10% trade efficiency and 4,000 ducks. Reaping 12 years of income. Hang on. Is that raw income? What happens if we do this? Let it tick a bit. I'm going to give it a 1-month tick. Yes, I know this is going to cause some problems, potentially. But we do that, and then we come in here. I want to just check. Okay, yes, raw income. Noted. So that is good to know. We're going to tune that army maintenance back up. We're going to root out all of that corruption, max that missionary maintenance, and we're making about 40 per month right now. But we're going to invest this money. So I want to seize land here. We will definitely do that. And then we want to invest this money into additional manufactories. So, yeah, these are definitely some good locations to build manufactories in. All of that money is going into making us more money. So that looks perfect. Improve the capital. Lose 8,000 manpower for a base tax. That's a really good deal. We are capped on our manpower right now, so this is absolutely wonderful. A base tax would be amazing. What are we making now? 40 ducats per month, actually 44 ducats per month. So we're almost up to that 50 ducats per month marker that we were looking for. Once these plantations and textile manufactories finish up, we absolutely will be there. So that seems great. At this point, we can probably think about getting ourselves an additional quality idea, which would be magnificent. We would definitely like to fill out some of these ideas. No doubt about that. Our corruption is definitely improving. It'll cost 494 military power. I'm going to take this. We're not going to be able to Miltech immediately, but that's fine. We'll be able to get that quite soon. So that seems okay for now. Now, our corruption needs to drop down below, what was it, 10? Yeah, below 10. So that's going to be about 10 years away. What's the timer on that? We have 15 years to do that. Okay, that's not too bad. That sounds good. So there's a conversion finishing, and 13 colonies was building a spy network. Unsurprising. I want to check in on our military cap. Okay, that's definitely better. We're going to take 10 admin power here, because we really need to get this admin tech. That would be amazing. We're currently about a year away from that. Sure. That seems reasonably fine. So we can get ourselves another manufactory going here, and we're going to do that. The state needs the money. 835.55 ducats, and we're going to invest that immediately in an additional manufactory, and we can get another one here in about 2 months. So we're back up over 50 ducats per month with rooting out corruption at max. That is magnificent. I'm very, very glad to see that. Okay, we're 1 month away from being able to get this. We did finish up a conversion, so we do want to get that going. We're almost done with all of our conversions, and that will save us a good amount of money. So that sounds excellent. We'll get all of these plantations built. And of course, we are just about... Okay, we can now grab this military tech again. We're not going to do it right now. We absolutely don't want to do that yet. We've got that unbalanced research still, and we don't need it immediately. So that's understood. We can sell titles again, but we're not in a position to do this. We need to seize land again before we can do that. So that's going to be about 4 years out before we can do that one. That's understood. We're back down below 50 right now. This is probably just a modifier expiring. Portugal unrivaled us. That's interesting. They're Miltech 25 at this point. They're down to 191k and they have no manpower. They burned all of their manpower on this Africa war? Interesting. I don't know why or how, but whatever. I guess we'll accept it. So we need to get this admin tech and we need to do it now. So there we go. That'll give us a 2% production efficiency as well as giving us access to furnaces. I don't think we can build any furnaces. And we're going to gain half a point of corruption. That's an unfortunate event, but that's fine. And Portugal declared on us after immediately unrivaling us. Okay, well, in that case, we're going to immediately grab this Miltech. That is absolutely necessary. Now, we know that Portugal has a Miltech on us. So that's understood. It's going to take Portugal a little bit of time to get to us. So we're going to undrill. We're still making 31 ducats per month with everything maxed here, so that sounds really, really good. We do want to expand these up. So we're going to do that. We're going to put in 4 units into each of these armies. Like so. And we need to know where their war goal is before we can make any plans on army movement. We're out of money at this point. Okay, so we were able to bring this up to 19, but not 20. And we weren't able to expand this army. So that's understood. We're going to tick this forward and get a month tick. Actually, yeah, this is fine. And we're going to grab this unit of horse artillery. These guys, they aren't ramped up yet. But what's the war goal? The war goal is to take capital Satuda. They're looking to take our capital here. Okay. I feel like that's not going to go well for them. They've tried this before. But whatever. Let's tick this forward another month. I want to get these guys heading down here. I want to get these guys heading out over this direction then. And these are going to head up. I'm gonna actually leave these armies where they are. We're working on recruiting, right? So we're going to leave them be. And we're going to give it a month tick here. Cocoa disappearing. That's unfortunate. Okay. So where is the Portuguese army going to come in at? Well, we know that they've got some forces up here attacking from Castile and Louisiana. So Castile is in this too? So they are. Castile isn't very strong anymore. We've kind of wrecked Castile at this point. Well, us and France. Mostly France, to be honest. But yeah, that's definitely noted. So that seems fine for now. I want to get these recruits finished before we really start responding. Ooh, they're coming in over here. Okay, so we're going to force march these guys out of here. And we're going to move them up this way. I don't want to get caught down here. So that's fine. We're going to force march out. And we're recruiting up a little bit. So we're going to just deposit these guys right about here. I'm going to unforce march them now. And we're just going to position here. I want to get 2 units of infantry recruited. And then we need some cash here. So that's not quite enough cash. Noted. This is because these guys all recruited up. So that's fine. I want to bring up some forces up this way. But it is about time to put a cut in. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. And next episode, I guess we're fighting Portugal. Not necessarily what I had intended to do right now, but it's fine. We've got all of these buildings. We're positive with these constructions of these units. We're going to see a few additional still. We're going to see... Actually, these should not be moving yet. We're going to see these cannon coming in. So these guys, they're going to be sitting here for the moment. We need to recruit 2 cannon here, That's going to take a little bit of time, but we do need to deal with Portugal. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and a very special thank you to all of the channel members for making this video possible, including ALS Gamer, Atala, Ali Lee, Dark Horse, Xenocyte, Upper Cumberland Gamers, Nick Smarty, Dimitri H, Punching the Microphone, The Lounge STL, Kentogan, and all the rest. And of course, you. Thank you for watching. If you'd like to support the channel, you can click the join button down below the video, and as always, I will see you all next time.